there guys, it's Joey. So I've decided not to allow the copycatting to stop me sharing certain things. I've obviously had a little bit of a problem with it again, but we can't allow that to stop us sharing little unique things. And this is a money drawing or prosperity oil for myself, so I'm not going to be putting this on the store unless anybody really wants one, in which case I can do that for you. It's not a problem. Just say I love you lots and lots, more than jelly tots, please make me one. So this is going to be my money drawing oil, and it's going to be really, really simple and really, really easy. So I am well known for putting crystals in my oils. I'm sure I can't be the only one, but I've always done it this way. Nobody taught me to, I just always felt very strongly about doing it. It helps imbue the oil, keep the oil imbued, extra oomph, extra power, extra So in here is citrine, ametrine and tiger's eye. Whoop. Working candle going, eucalyptus burning. So the first thing we always add is salt. 1 pinch of salt, maybe a little bit more than that, yeah. Now, this is sea salt, I think, or it might be rock salt, I can't remember, one or the other, whichever you've got access to. I'm just going to play with my onyx egg while I talk to you about the reasons for it. Okay, so this is grounding me and keeping me in the right frame of mind. Sometimes do this when I'm creating things, quite frequently, not usually with the onyx egg, but I'm getting to know my onyx egg. So we start off with salt because it is the universal purifier. It purifies everything around it, and it means that, particularly with money drawing things, in fact with anything the way you would want something to come to you, it's not going to come from a negative place. Because if you're not careful with how you use money things, you know, you can end up getting it from a really negative place, and that's not what you want. So my egg wants to sit with me. I'll try to put it over there. There we go. You sit here then. Right, so the first herb I'm going to use, other than salt obviously, is basil. Basil's a staple for money. It's also quite protective. So I'm doing a little bottle, so I'm only putting 1 pinch in. I think you can see from there, right? Basil for money. And then a pinch of patchouli. This is actually going to smell lovely thinking about it. All earthy and yum. So by the power of magic we've switched sides so I can plug the video camera in. Okay, so I've just said that I put some patchouli in. Patchouli is really great for prosperity. It's also, interestingly enough, says the packet, if I can get the packet to focus, a substitute for graveyard dirt. A bit like wormwood in the respect that it sort of pulls all negativity out. So these two are really great herbs for drawing prosperity in without causing it to come from a negative place. So then we're going to put 1 bay leaf in for the time being, possibly more than one. I'll see how much we actually have once I've created this. Hang on. So 1 bay leaf. Bay leaf is a good herb to finally bind the success as well as the prosperity aspect of the money drawing oil, so it's ensuing victory. The incense I have burning, I don't know whether I said or not, is eucalyptus. I love eucalyptus, it's a cleansing one. I've already had my frankincense and myrrh on today, so So I'm going to give that a good grind and focus on what we want to occur. Now I ripped up the bay leaf a little bit with my hands, filling it with my energy that way, and I'm going to keep on filling this with my energy. Right, so that's what it looks like. I may not use all of that because it's only a little bottle. So I'm just going to hold it over the mortar and pestle and just pop it in. So if anything drops, it just drops straight back into the mortar and pestle. A little handy keeping everything clean tip. I like to do this bit with my hands because it's just getting that energy in as well. The bit with the oil, I will use a little filter. So that, make sure we get a little bit more patchouli in there. There we go. In you go. In you go. So I didn't actually need all of that. I can always make another. Okay, and I like these corked bottles. I like them. I've always used them. You can get screw tops, which they don't look quite as nice, I don't think. I've always used these. So then you have to put in your oil of choice. I use a light olive oil. That's the oil I feel comfortable with working with. Other people won't use it. People will use all sorts of different oils: grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil. I like light olive oil. I like its energies. I like how it feels. I like how I just work well with it. It's just imbues perfectly with me. I use the light stuff which doesn't have a strong smell or odour. It's just how I prefer to do things, and obviously this is my recipe, all rights reserved. Unfortunately we're going to have to say that every single time now. Have you noticed how in my Morrigan bowl I found this piece of wheat in my handbag? I don't know where it comes from, and it looks like a scythe. Can you see it? Ready for Lunarsar. Ready for Lunarsar. That's what I'm going to be doing at some point this week, I think, getting ready. So I'm going to go put some oil in here. I'm not going to show that because that'd be messy, and then I will just turn the video camera back on once it's done and just show you what it looks like. Okie dokie, so there is the finished product. Now, there are two ways you could actually have done that. You can strain the herbs out, or you can leave the herbs in. If you're not using dried herbs, then I would strain them because you don't want it to rot. But because I only make these little bottles and like make them frequently when I need them, which is better than making too much, I leave the herbs in. I'm well known for doing that anyway because I like the aesthetic more. That's something that I choose to do. It's the way I've always done it. So, and then there are other ways in which you can use your oil. So you can anoint your purse or wallet with it, maybe with a where's my stick? There you go. Maybe with a invoking pentagram, so starting from the top, invoking, boop, and that is to invoke prosperity, financial wealth into your purse, literally. You could anoint a green or a brown or a white candle with the oil, and then maybe carve your money inside or your need in the side. You could add a little drop to prosperity incenses that you've created. You could even, you know, anoint yourself with it. Say you were going for a job interview and you needed the money from that job, you could just anoint a little bit on you. It would be fine for that, as long as the traffic isn't making huge amounts of noise, as long as you're not allergic to any of the thing or have very sensitive skin. So there we go. One simple, easy money drawing oil. Many blessings.